Hello, and welcome into the Swarm here on the Hive Media. It is Saturday morning, which means football is upon us, which means it is a sports episode today for CJ and myself here on the Swarm. Before we dive in, and we're going to be going through any things that stuck out from us in week one. We're going to be doing our picks and kind of mini previewing week two. There's a couple big games in college football this weekend. CJ might dive into that for a minute here or there. And then we are going to do our thing and get out of here so we can all enjoy the football and the sports for the weekend. First and foremost, CJ, before we dive into this dance, how are you doing today, my friend?
Still sick.
Fair.
Other than that, the Patriots don't make it much better.
Especially after Sunday, that might not either. Let me tell you. We'll get there. We'll talk about them.
But the injuries now too, so that's good. And the Blue Jays remember how to play baseball at least this week, so that's good.
Yeah. My Red Sox, they took 2 out of 3 from the A's. Aroldis Chapman finally showed that he is a human being. After all, he gave up his first hit in 50 days. And he ended up actually taking the L in the finale of that series, which I think in the long run, probably good. I feel like most guys, when they go on like legendary runs like that, you kind of want them to, give it up at some point so they can kind of refocus and not have that on their brain and they can just kind of do what they do. Yeah. But yeah, Red Sox have a big series. The Yankees are in town. The Yankees are actually playing well. They're in town for a 3-game series in Fenway this weekend. It's always exciting, especially now that both teams are in a playoff race and they're basically tied for the wild card top spot. And, it's been a while. It's been a few years since that really playoff series that a Red Sox-Yankees game this late in the season has kind of meant something. So that's always exciting when it's Red Sox-Yankees, especially when the Yankees are in town. So that's fun. Looking forward to that.
You guys play us soon too.
And then we do play you. I felt like we haven't played you in months, it feels like. So it'll be good to play you guys, see where we stack up. Again, we don't have Roman Anthony, who's our best player, but it is what it is. You got to play with what you get. So we'll kind of see how everything goes there. But before we dive into the meat of this episode today, as always, this episode of The Swarm is powered by our pals at W Energy. The clean energy drink, no jitters, no sugars, just pure clean energy. I've gotten CJ obsessed and into MLB The Show over the last week and a half. And this weekend is a big content weekend for MLB The Show. They're releasing
about an hour after we're recording this.
Yes, they're releasing a bunch of stuff, bunch of grindable things. So you know what? CJ and I might need some energy to get through the amount of grinding and football and all the things we're going to have to do this weekend.
Because if you're an MLB fan, you'll see that they're dropping Vladimir Guerrero 99 card, and Vlad Jr. as a Blue Jays fan, that's obviously his father, my favorite player. And they're also dropping a 99 Pedro JPJ. So when I messaged JPJ when he woke up to me sending him the tweet of Pedro Martinez, he said the Swarm is canceled today. Just so
I did. I said we're canceling all weekend plans. I must grind. That 99 Pedro needs to be on my team immediately. He will be the first boss I choose, no doubt. And he will be on the Red Sox theme team as my ace. And that's how I'm going to have 99 Pedro. We're going to have 99 Clay Buchholz, 99 Roger Clemens. Let's go. Let's go. Do you know that they are dropping, and again, if you don't play MLB The Show, it is what it is, but they're dropping 17 new legends.
Today?
Not just today, but in the month of September. 17 new legends will be out in the month of September. That is crazy.
I got in at a good time.
You did. But with that being said, if you need some clean energy to get through the MLB The Show grind,
next weekend, if you're a wrestling fan.
Exactly. You need to get through the week, the work week. It's Friday. We're all slogging. We're recording this on a Friday. We're all slogging to the weekend, man. You need a boost to get through the second half of the day. W Energy will help you. It's all clean. It's all good. There's no extra sugars. There's no jitteriness after you drink it because you don't know what's in there. It's pure, clean energy. And if you go to our pals' website at w.gg, You type in that code, The Hive, all one word, you get 10% off your order. So, you know what's better than paying full price, CJ? Getting discounts.
I will never say no to a discount to literally anything.
Me neither. And if you go to w.gg, you type in that code, The Hive, you will get a discount on some clean, delicious tasting energy drinks from our pals over there. So go check them out. They are a sponsor of us here at The Hive. They help power us up here at The Hive, and we appreciate them very much. So go check them out. All right, CJ, week 1 of the NFL is in the books.
Thankfully.
Our Patriots are 0-1 after a dreadful performance, especially in the second half.
A dreadful second half performance.
Yes, dreadful. Real bad. You had Mike Vrabel calling out Josh McDaniels already, and the play
Not everything
calling.
has been.
I mean, most of it is.
The front 7 looks genuinely disgusting.
Yeah, it looked all right. I mean,
Come on.
They looked
All right is crazy. They held Gentry to 30 yards rushing. They got, 4 sacks? Come on.
Yeah, I get it. We still let Geno. I mean, I know that's not the front 7, but we still let Geno Smith.
Well, there might be a bigger reason for that, which we also need to discuss.
Yeah.
Someone that's also unavailable again, it looks like.
6 weeks feels pretty long for a hamstring strain.
Well, it'll be at least 7 if he plays next week. So at minimum 7-week injury.
Yeah, it feels pretty long to me. I don't know if there's some other things at play.
There is a chance it's just a grade 3 nasty tear, and they didn't want to tell anybody that. There is a chance of that, though. We do have to allow for that. They were just covering how bad it was.
That's fair.
But yes, no, there absolutely could be other things, but it could just be an awful injury.
Yeah. Besides the Patriots losing, which I know hit us both, pretty hard because we are Patriots fan. We are on to week 2. We are playing a team who arguably had, not even arguably. I mean, you can make an argument that maybe the Ravens loss was the worst loss of the weekend just with the nature of it.
But I think this might be the worst team of the week. Like they look the worst.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins, that loss was just holy moly. I don't think I predicted Mike McDaniel to be the first coach fired. I said that they were going to take the dip and finish last in the division.
I had that too, but not yet. Not week 1.
But even I was shocked when we were looking at that score. Like,
we were watching the
stream. What's going on?
On the stream, we were both like, wait, is it like 20-0 or whatever was it? We're like, wait.
Brutal.
Yeah. And again, Tua's calling people out even though he's garbage.
Yeah, he had a terrible game, and he's in the post-game press conference saying, well, I hope people that are watching film are. It's like, bro,
I want to see how the other guys respond. Like, what are you talking about?
I want to see how you respond. You sucked, buddy.
This week would be a win because we just need a win. I don't give a fuck if it's 3-0 or 50-0. We could be how good would it feel if we're the reason the Dolphins truly finally implode?
It would be nice, but I'm afraid that we might be the reason why they get it together.
No, I know. Hey, what's so weird?
That's what I'm nervous about. So,
my LSU Tigers in the exact same situation. Florida just lost to South Florida, and their coach is about to get fired.
Yeah, so
I'm in the exact situation. Yes, I'm exactly in the same
technically,
situation.
Yeah, it would be an upset.
Yeah, we're number 3 in the country, and they're unranked, and we're playing at home.
Yeah, it's a good rivalry though. You and Florida.
No, yeah, it's always like we won as like 20-point underdogs a few years ago. Like,
yeah.
But my team's in the exact same spot.
Yeah, and that's what makes me nervous.
Yes,
because it's like, we did not play well in the second half. I thought kind of everybody stunk. I thought Drake May stunk. I thought the play calling stunk. I thought the offensive line, who was looking pretty good in the first half, they unraveled. I actually thought Will Campbell wasn't part of the problem, but he started to unravel bad. Penalty. He got beat up a little bit.
Third or fourth highest ranked rookie in PFF.
Yeah. So overall, I thought he was fine. I didn't think he had a bad day, but as everything unraveled,
it was a snowball
unraveling, and it was just like, what the fuck is going on here, guys? We didn't give Travion Henderson the ball in space at all.
No, we didn't give him the ball at all in the first half.
No, it was just very bizarre.
And by the way, we should, if you're not a Patriots fan, you might not know this. We are ass in Miami, even when Tom Brady was here.
100%.
As the Dolphins could be 4-12 in the year. One of those wins were against us in Miami.
100%, because we always go down there at the beginning of the year. It's 95 degrees,
and they're wearing all white again, so we're gonna wear the dark blue. It's just a little bit hotter.
Yeah, and it's just like
that's a disaster.
Fuck,
So by the way, I think there's a chance we might be okay even and still lose just because it's in Miami.
That chance exists, 100%.
Yeah. So
either way, though, it's bad. Either
No,
way, it's
yeah,
bad.
please.
0-2 is not a hole you want to get into.
If
when
you're ever
like,
gonna get Miami in Miami, this is the time.
yes,
While they're about to blow up on each other.
I agree. Obviously, besides the Patriots, I think the moment the game of the weekend, Sunday night, Bills Ravens.
Well, unless you're a Ravens fan.
Yes, looked like the Ravens were. Honestly, it looked like the Ravens could have at one point. They were trending to blow them out by like
they could have
30.
won by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, like that's what it was looking like.
Yeah.
But they end up getting a 16-point or 15-point lead with like 5 minutes left in the ball game, and Josh Allen turned it on. The Bills turned it on. Did the Derrick Henry fumble, and he had a great game before that too. He was absurd. He fumbles. The Bills get it, and all of a sudden, a missed extra point as well by the Ravens, which came back to bite them. And all of a sudden, the Bills had a chance to take a 1-point lead at the end of that game after being down by 15, and they end up with this miraculous victory and a 41-40 victory over the Ravens on Sunday night. And I love Josh Allen calling out the Bills fans who left early too. I just love that shit. I loved Allen doing that. And CJ, you have the Ravens making it to the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl. You have them beating Philly? Yes. Yeah. And I have the Bills. But we both have these two teams in our AFC Championship. This is the AFC Championship for both of us. You have the Ravens breaking through. I have the Bills breaking through. This is not an unfamiliar scenario for the Ravens. As good as they
game, I would love if that was the case.
Oh, my God. It was a great game. It was exciting as hell.
By the way, a few hours after the Patriots did what they did, it was nice to watch two football teams that know how to play football play. That was enjoyable.
Yes, it sure was.
It was also very frustrating as well at the same time.
Yeah.
We used to be like this.
Since 2022, the Ravens have more blown double-digit leads than any other team in the league, CJ. And they have been one of the top teams in the league every season.
Well, that's why they're the top team, because they're always up by double digits. So there's a reason that they're always up by double digits.
Man, I don't know. There's got to be a reason why that type of shit still.
It's got to be Harbaugh.
It has to be, right? At some point, you have to start looking like. Yep. Is John Harbaugh holding these guys back a little? Like they're so talented. They have the best roster in the league, I think, especially this year.
Definitely in the AFC at least. Maybe the Eagles, but
yeah. And it's just like, what the hell? Yeah, I just don't understand how they continually find themselves in this predicament to lose these type of games.
Luckily for them, they're at home against the Browns.
Hey, look at the Browns. Bengals only beat the Browns by 1 point.
But it's the Bengals. The Bengals defense sucks, and they never play good in the first 2 weeks of the season.
That's true. That's true. We saw some other things in week 1. We saw a Monday night game that was basically the tale of two halves.
Oh, my God.
Where the Bears...
JPJ was about to get blocked on Twitter. He kept messaging me during this game, by the way.
What? J.J. McCarthy greater than Drake May?
That's not accurate at all.
I mean, one of them is 1-0, and the other one is not.
What does that mean? He has a better coach, a better offensive coordinator, a better quarterback coach, a better wide receivers core, better offensive tackles.
I get it. But he also, on the field, was a leader of men.
We've never seen Drake May with those items that I just
I've never seen Drake May look like a leader out there.
He's never played with good players.
I mean, I would make an argument that Steph Diggs is a good football
He played
player.
about 30% of the snaps.
Well, that's not on Drake May. That's on coaching.
I would say and rightfully so, Drake May missed a bunch of throws, but that game, I don't have him number 1 on my list of the reason we lost.
He's not number 1, but he's definitely not near the bottom. He played like ass in that second half, like ass.
But
anyway,
I don't know what happened to Josh McDaniels either. I have to talk about that.
But J.J. McCarthy had a terrible first half, threw a terrible pick 6.
He was atrocious in the first half.
He was real bad in that first half, and he just flipped a switch, and he went into killer mode, and he had a fantastic second half. And they came back and they beat the Bears. The Bears are, I guess, are just always going to bear.
The Bears, JPJ.
Yeah, they're just always going to bear.
Caleb Williams is ass.
See, here's my thing. For as much as I get on Drake May, it's too soon for me still to make a decision with him. I think I'm out on Caleb already. I think you're not going to win with him. I think it's over.
And unlike Drake, you can't make the excuses I just made for Drake May with Caleb Williams.
Yeah. I look at all the other young quarterbacks, Penix, Drake May.
Penix shows that ball to that game-winning touchdown right at the end there.
Yeah. So, I look at all those guys, and I'm like, oh, we don't know yet. They're only in year 2. We don't know yet. I look at Caleb Williams, and again, I believe in Ben Johnson. I think Ben Johnson's
Well,
going to end up being a
we
great
saw the
football
Lions
coach.
without him.
Yeah, and I think Ben Johnson is going to be a great coach in this league. I still think it's a little early to make a final decision, but I will tell you, I would not feel good about my quarterback if I was a Chicago Bears fan. I'd be like, I don't think this guy is it.
What Big Cat from Barstool said, obviously Chicago guy.
He's a Bears fan, but no, I did not.
He said, "Oh, so we just have a slower Justin Fields now."
Damn.
It's not maybe the most inaccurate comment ever.
Damn. Yeah, I agree.
I'm not that high yet on Ben Johnson as a head coach, but the play calling is always going to be elite, even if he sucks as a head coach. So if the defense gets cooked and he says the wrong things like that, that's one thing. The play calling is always going to be elite. Like I said, we saw the Lions look like a fucking high school team the other night without him.
Yeah,
calling plays.
Yeah. Well, that was where I was going next.
Yeah,
because obviously last night the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders had a good marquee matchup for a Thursday night game. The game it was really the Packers have played 2 games and they have, especially on defense,
against pretty good teams, we think too.
Yes, exactly. Against 2 teams that we think should be in the playoffs at the end of this year, and they have dominated both these teams.
Yep.
But yeah, so I mean, a good game for the Packers last night. But yeah, I did want to talk about Detroit because you and I both said that this is a big year for Dan Campbell. This is what we're going to figure out whether, what kind of coach he really is without the coordinators and things like that. And in week 1, that team got their doors blown off by the Packers. There was not a second in that game where it looked like they were even remotely in it. And they lost by a lot. The offense looked atrocious.
Offense looked so bad.
Real bad. Goff looked lost. I mean, they still got they still got Amon-Ra St. Brown. They still got Jameson Williams, Gibbs, Montgomery. Gibbs still have the same people.
13 catches for 20 yards because they were all just, Jared Goff's about to get sacked, just dump it off to him.
Yeah, real bad. It was a really, really bad game for the Lions. It was one of the worst losses of the weekend, in my opinion. And now all of a sudden, the Lions are at home this weekend at 1:00, and now this is a very important game of the 0-1 Bears and the 0-1 Lions. Ben Johnson going back to Detroit. Kind of going to be a big matchup there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that is all of a sudden a frisky early season matchup where a lot is on the line now. Because if the high expectations for both of those teams, and if one of them goes to 0-2, especially if it's the Lions and the Bears can eke one out or look better and whatever, that is yikes. But we're going to get into our picks.
Jahmyr Gibbs, 10 catches for 31 yards. His longest catch was 7 yards. That just shows you were about to shit yourself and just dumped it off to him about 10 times.
Yeah. Very, very odd.
Jeez.
So anything else from week 1? I know obviously we're not going to go through every individual game, but anything else from week 1 that stuck out to you before we kind of go through the week 2 slate and get our picks in? Oh, by the way, week 1.
I was just going to say, that's exactly what I was going to say. JPJ went 11-5. I went 10-6, but I hit one of my 3 bets. JPJ did not.
Hell yeah.
So JPJ picked Trayvon Henderson 70+ scrimmage yards. I don't know if he even had half of that because we don't give him the ball. Josh Allen 3+ passing touchdowns. He only had 2 passing touchdowns. And Chiefs and Chargers over 48 plus Chiefs money line. Both of those did not hit. The over-under may have hit. I don't know, but the Chiefs obviously didn't win.
I do want to talk about that with week 1, though.
Let me just do my bets. And then
do your bets first. Yeah,
I had Patriots money line. Obviously not. Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase both to score. Jamar Chase, I think, had 1 catch. By the way, Joe Burrow had 80 passing yards.
I know, yeah, crazy. It was very. Yeah.
But the one I did have is Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen both have rushing touchdowns.
That was a good one.
So technically, if you count bets, we're tied.
Yeah.
So
one thing that I did want to bring up, because I actually thought the best win of the weekend happened on Friday night with the Chargers beating the Chiefs. I've been very hard on the Chargers. I've been very hard on Justin Herbert. He was a fucking boss in that game on Friday. He looked unreal. He had a certain swagger to him. That slide to end the game, he looked like he slid for 20 yards.
Yeah.
Had the swagger on that
It
slide.
looked like when you were like in your parents' backyard when it was snowing and took a fucking thing.
The swagger that he had on that slide, that was a huge win for the Chargers. They needed that. And I know it was a different country, a soccer field. I understand.
Chiefs have the Eagles in week 2.
I know. I'm not starting Patrick Mahomes in my fantasy league.
Well, you can't.
I'm starting Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
But Chiefs and Eagles, the Chiefs could be staring at an 0-2 start here.
That'd be great.
Which would be nuts when you think about it. Now, the Chiefs are at home for that game, are they not? Or is it in Philly?
It is in Kansas City.
Okay. So they'll get that advantage at least, yes. Technically, this is the second home. Were the Chargers technically the home team in the Brazil game? Right? The Chargers were?
Yes.
Okay. So, but I did want to point that out. I did want to give props because I know I'm hard on Herbert.
Yeah.
That team looked like if they play, that team will be a force.
Chargers fans are also hard for Herbert now. So
I mean, they should be. That was a very impressive football game. It looks like they might have found a receiver that he relies on, and Quentin Johnson had a real good game.
Boy, he sucked his first 2 years.
I know, but he had a real good game that night. I thought Hampton looked good when they used him.
They obviously have Ladd.
Yeah, Ladd McConkey's obviously good. And look at Harbaugh's a good
Keenan
coach.
Allen's back too.
Keenan Allen, he had a touchdown catch, I'm sorry. And look at Harbaugh in year 2. They look like a team that could be on the up and up there. So just wanted to throw that out there because I know I am routinely hard when it comes to Justin Herbert. So I wanted to give props where props are due.
I have the slate if you want me to start running off here.
Yeah, run them off. Well, let's do it. We can rapid fire. We can do
again. This might be because I favorited it, but we are an early game. So the Patriots traveling to Miami as 1.5-point dogs against the 0-1 Dolphins.
Okay.
I already put my picks in my notes. I have the Patriots. By the way, we don't do spread. We're big spread and money line and betting guys, but for this, we just pick straight up winners.
Yeah. I'm going to pick the Patriots. I don't feel good about it.
No,
just because it is down in Miami, and like you said a little early, like a few minutes ago, we used to lose those games regularly when we had Tom Brady as our quarterback. So, I don't feel great about it. However, it feels like Miami is on the precipice of a pure collapse, like just the whole collapse. And I would like to see the Patriots take advantage of that and actually come out firing and look. If we can come out firing and take a 10-0 lead,
that game's over,
or a 14, shit's over. Yeah. It's over. Yep. And then that's what we need to do.
Tyreek Hill will fake a hamstring injury and
something. But if we come out hot, we come out firing, get an early turnover, do something. Let's go.
Real quick, since we just talked about the Chiefs and we're talking about the Dolphins, if the Chiefs start 0-2, they're just going to trade for Tyreek Hill again, aren't they? That's just what's.
I don't know. He's in trouble again now, so
they give a shit.
No, nobody cares.
He got arrested an hour before opening day last year. Do you remember that? Going into the stadium, he got arrested.
Yeah, sure did.
We have the 1-0 LA Rams traveling to Nashville to face the 0-1 Tennessee Titans. Rams 5.5-point favorites.
Can I just say, I thought Cam Ward looked actually pretty good.
That is a nasty defense he was playing against.
That was a ridiculous. He was running for his life for 80% of that game, but I thought for a rookie in their first ever start, he was composed.
And their defense looked good too. Bo Nix played like shit that game.
Yeah. I had the Titans finishing second in that division. I'm kind of bullish on them. I think they're going to be good. I like Cam Ward. I like his attitude way more than like the play that I've seen, but he looked good to me. He looked all right. With that being said, the Rams are going to win this football.
Okay.
They should.
They should.
So I'm going to pick the Rams.
All right. We have the 1-0 Jacksonville Jaguars and the 1-0 Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals -3.5.
Yeah.
By the way, I have the Rams as well.
You have the Rams?
Yep.
I know people in Jacksonville are feeling good. Had a nice win. It was against the Panthers, who sucked.
We have that your favorite quarterback in the league, by the way.
No,
is he fucking garbage.
He was garbage in that game.
And he will continue to be garbage.
We'll see. But, but for me, yeah, I know the Jaguars are 1-0, but I don't really count that win that much. Even though the Bengals beat a shit team and the Browns barely as well. At home, first game home in the year, I'm taking the Bengals to straight up win. If it was points, I might lean Jaguars with the points, maybe, because I think both teams are not that great. But offensively, I don't think the Jaguars can stop what's going on. If the Bengals, we know what their offense is going to be eventually, and if this is the game, they'll beat the Jaguars by 20.
Travis Hunter only 6 snaps at corner, by the way.
But they said he's going to get more this week. They said he's going to get more in the defensive rotation this week. So we'll see how that looks. But yeah, the Bengals should win this football game.
Another NFC North, or AFC North, but this time an all AFC North matchup. The 0-1 Browns and the 0-1 Ravens. Ravens at home as 11.5-point favorites. Give me the Ravens. Give me the Bengals. Bengals. Okay. Give me the Ravens in this one.
This one is not hard. Ravens all day, every day. Browns are one of the worst teams in the league. They might be a little bit more competitive with Flacco because he doesn't make a ton of mistakes. But the Ravens are going to want to prove a point because they're embarrassed about what happened. They're going to win this game by 40. They should win this game by the easy win for the Ravens.
All AFC East matchup. The 1-0 Buffalo Bills are 6.5-point favorites traveling to the Meadowlands against the 0-1 Jets. Give me Josh Allen.
Yeah. Oh, so the AFC East are all playing each other this week, huh? Patriots, Dolphins, Jets, Bills. Yeah, this is Josh Allen all day, every day. I will say, Justin Fields looked pretty fucking good in that game.
He did not look bad at all.
No, he was running the ball. He was throwing the ball. He looked
against what we think is probably going to be a good Steelers defense.
Yes, and it's a revenge game for. The Bills are going to win. They have to be riding high.
Yeah.
After that, the Bills are a far superior team to the Jets, but I did like the way the Jets looked, and I was very impressed with Justin Fields. But give me the Bills.
A game I would have gone to if the Patriots were not also playing at the same time. The 1-0 49ers with Mac Jones as their starting quarterback against the 0-1 New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Niners 3.5-point favorites, even without Purdy and Kittle, both already confirmed out pretty much for this one. If the Patriots had a night game or a Thursday night game, I was legitimately going to this game. Wearing my Patriots Mac Jones jersey.
I think Mac Jones is going to walk into New Orleans and get a victory. That's what I think.
By a pretty reasonable margin, I would say.
That's what I think. I would not be shocked. They said Purdy could miss up to 5 weeks. I would not be shocked if Mac Jones goes like 4-1.
You know what's so funny? Everybody, as Mac Jones' time was kind of ending here, but he was still on the roster. Everybody was saying, how good would he be on the Niners with that roster and that coaching staff?
There were rumors during that draft that they were going to potentially trading up to 3 to take him.
Look what happened. Funny how that works out.
Yeah, I think Shanahan is that type. Again, I think he's a smidge overrated as a head coach, but as an offensive guy, one of the best ever. I think Mac Jones is going to be okay in this stretch here. I think he's going to win them. Well,
Mac Jones' strengths is his brain and his accuracy, and that's exactly what Kyle Shanahan wants.
100%.
He doesn't want Josh Allen. Well, I mean, I didn't really take a Josh Allen.
Everybody would take Josh Allen.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't want a gunslinger. You want a guy that's not going to make mistakes and will throw the ball where it needs to go. I think the Saints are terrible.
Yeah.
Even though Kamara apparently
they were competitive for the first half last week.
Yeah. Kamara just doesn't age at all. It seems he's still so good. It feels like he's been in the league for 15 years. And he's still incredible. But this should be the Niners, even with the injuries. Niners all day. They are a superior team far and away.
A little bit of a NFC East matchup here. The 0-1 Cowboys are 5.5-point favorites at home against the Russell Wilson New York Giants. Boy, are they ass. Give me the Niners in the other game, by the way.
Yeah, this could be the last week we see Russell Wilson. If he plays anything like he played last week, Malik Neighbors wants nothing to do with that guy.
I think he doesn't want Russell Wilson as a quarterback. He might want him dead.
Yeah. The way he was side-eyeing him, I was like, holy crap.
He might want him to pass away.
I was like, are they going to fight? They're going to fist fight, I think. Malik Neighbors looked like he wanted to literally hurt that man. Russell Wilson looked awful in that game. At this point, what is the point of not just putting Dart in and just seeing what you got?
Russell Wilson sucks. You don't know Jackson Dart. I don't think Jackson Dart's going to be good. But
exactly. That's fine, but you don't know until you know.
Yeah, right.
You don't know until you know. So, at this point, Dable, if he doesn't have a good year, he's out. He's losing his job. Yeah. So, what the fuck are you waiting for? We know what Russell Wilson is at this point. What's the point of, what are you going to make 4 or 5 weeks and go 1-4? Just put Dart in there. Who knows? Maybe he lights a fire under the, who knows? Right. I don't think so, but who knows? Right. With that being said, I was impressed with how the Cowboys looked until the half, and then they had that rain delay
thing cooked them.
It cooked both teams, really.
Yeah, 0 points.
But honestly, if CeeDee Lamb doesn't drop all those passes, there's a chance we're sitting here saying that the Cowboys are 1-0 this year. A couple of those throws were like that, I'm taking the Cowboys. I actually think they're still going to be pretty surprisingly good. I had them in the playoffs before the Micah trade. I think there's a chance if they play like they played in that first half most of the year, they will be good. They will be good. I'm picking the Cowboys.
2 more 1 o'clock games or 12 o'clock games for me. We have the Seattle Seahawks traveling to Pittsburgh to face the 1-0 Steelers with Aaron Rodgers. The line is Steelers -3.5.
Yeah. I mean, look, the Seahawks were in a good game against the Niners. That was a close game. Either of
Sam
those teams
Darnold might
could have
suck
won.
again, by the way.
Sam Darnold might suck. The Steelers' defense is still good. I don't know. I just don't know. Was that the 1 out of 3 games that Aaron Rodgers looks like old Aaron Rodgers, or is that what he's going to be with the Steelers?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know that yet. With that being said, the Steelers are at home. Seahawks traveling West Coast to East Coast. I'm going to take the Steelers, but I would not be shocked if the Seahawks pulled one off.
Yep. I agree. I have the Steelers. In our probably prominent 1 o'clock game, the Chicago Bears, after that disastrous second half, travel to Detroit, who had an absolute nightmare performance against the Packers in week 1. Lions 6.5 point favorites. I'm going to go with the Lions.
I think that's a high line.
I think
that line is high.
As much as I'm down on the Lions.
You don't think Ben Johnson knows every single weakness about Jared Goff? Every single one.
I think I know every single weakness about Jared Goff.
Yes, but Ben Johnson even more so. He was in meeting rooms with that guy for years. I feel like that, again, I think the Lions are going to win this game. I think they're going to bounce back and they're going to win. I'm just saying, if I'm betting, I may take the Bears with the points. 6.5 seems high to me. Obviously the roster is the roster, but like the Lions, you saw enough out of the Lions in week 1 that you think they should have almost a touchdown advantage?
No, but I also, at least they've shown me something in the past. I haven't seen shit from the past or last week by the Bears.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a fair argument.
So I'm just going to go with a slightly more known commodity, I guess.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. I'm taking the Lions to win the game, though. I think they bounce back and win.
The early 4 o'clock games, the 1-0 Colts, who absolutely dog walked the Dolphins, are 1.5 point dogs at home against the 1-0 Denver Broncos, who did not look great against the Titans, but their defense is ferocious.
Their defense is insane.
I have the Broncos.
Okay. Their defense is insane. The Broncos are a better team. They're better coached. They have a better quarterback, in my opinion. However, Danny Dimes looked good last week. He had a good game.
Looked like shit. Let's just like him, but he looked like shit last week.
And
These are your Indianapolis Colts, by the way. Indianapolis Colts.
No, what?
Big Colts fan, JBJ.
No, absolutely not. You know what?
You gonna do it?
I'm doing it. I'm taking the Colts.
Your Indianapolis Colts.
Taking them. That's just because I think we picked the same teams throughout so far.
Oh, don't do that. Pick who you want to pick.
Well, look, the Broncos are better, but I'm going to stick with Indy. They're at home.
I don't give a shit who you pick. I'm picking who I think is going to win the game.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm gonna stick with Indy.
Okay.
That's probably a mistake.
I wouldn't be
I'm gonna do it.
I wouldn't be floored if that happened.
Yeah.
And maybe the most who gives a fuck game of the week. By the way, on ESPN, when you're looking at the thing, it says where ticket prices start at. You want to guess the ticket prices for this, or are you looking at it as well?
I'm looking at it, so it's very
$26.
Yeah, it's very much lower than every other game. To put this into perspective, the Ravens and Browns, the lowest is $115.
What is
$114. This one is $27. It says.
Well, it's $46 for Miami. Oh, no one cares about football in Miami.
Yeah, the Eagles and Chiefs $210.
Cowboys are $37.
Yeah, well, it's the Giants. Who the fuck wants to watch the Giants?
That's fair. But the Arizona Cardinals, who looked very good in the second half, they didn't look great in the first half against the Saints last week. They're 6.5 point favorites against the 0-1 Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young is back to being the worst quarterback in the NFL. I have the Cardinals pretty comfortably. Not that I'm super excited about the Cardinals, but boy, do the Panthers look like shit.
Yeah. If I was betting again, I would take the points with Carolina. But
I don't know why.
The Cardinals are winning this football game. So
That
I'm
would
picking the
be
Cardinals.
a negative Cardinals thing, right? Not a pro Panthers thing, is why you would take the points, or
Yeah, I mean, they ended up winning that game and looking good in the second half, but they beat the Saints by 7 points.
I know. I
Not
agree.
impressive. Not impressive at all.
I just think the Panthers might actually somehow be worse than the Saints.
They could. They could. They
Yeah.
could.
The game of the week here:
Oh,
the
yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl rematch from last year travel to Kansas City to face the almighty Taylor Swift, who I love watching Chiefs games when they play at home because I enjoy so much when they show her 30 times that people just cry about it.
Oh, my God.
I really enjoy that.
These fragile people. They're
As
like,
a grown man, why do you care who they show in the press
They
box?
literally show
who
her
gives
for a
fuck?
total of like a minute and a half.
They act like they have a
of the 3.5
split screen
hour.
of her the entire game or
Yeah.
something. Who cares?
Like, give me a break.
But I'm sure you feel that way as well.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
The 0-1 Chiefs looking to bounce back. They host the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Chiefs 1.5 point dogs at home.
Give me the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs bounce back. I think they're at home. They're coming off a loss. I can't fathom where they go 0-2. The Eagles are great. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Chiefs bounce back.
Well, this is almost like you're picking like the Patriots. They lost 2 times in a row, like 5 times Tom Brady's entire life.
Yes.
That's what you're doing here.
Yes, I'm taking the Chiefs. I think they bounce back. They get to 1-1 at home. Kind of get, not that it's even equates to the level of a Super Bowl, but they get a little bit of revenge and they beat the Eagles.
By the way, next week, can we flex the second Sunday night game of the year, please? Chiefs and Giants.
Next Sunday night?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Terrible.
They may get Chiefs Ravens.
Well, it could be the Jackson Dart debut, maybe though. So maybe there'll be something to look forward to, maybe.
But, please, the NFL might step into this point, be like, you have to start Jackson Dart. We're not having Russell Wilson on primetime TV against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Our Sunday night game. By the way, we have 2 Monday night games coming up here in a second. The Vikings get the primetime spot again. They're at home. They're home opener. 3.5 point favorites against the 0-1 Atlanta Falcons, who Younghoe Koo missed that field goal to end that game last week against the Bucks.
Yeah. This is a sneaky good game, I think.
Yeah.
I think the Falcons are competitive. You know how I feel about the Vikings. I think Kevin O'Connell might be
I have them in the NFC title game.
Yeah. I think he might be one of, if not the best coach in the league, maybe besides Andy Reid. Kevin O'Connell's great. I liked what I saw in the second half out of J.J. McCarthy. If he plays like that, this team could be scary good. They won 15 games last year with Sam Darnold.
Jordan Mason looks better than Aaron Jones, too, by the way.
He does. I think Jordan Mason will end up being the starter maybe as early as during this game. Like, I think he will overtake Aaron Jones.
But Jones didn't look bad, though.
No. So if you have that dual running back duo, they have Jefferson. They don't even have Jordan Addison yet. When he comes back in a few weeks, Hawkinson and JJ, that's a great – and their defense is good. Brian Flores, great
good offensive
coordinator, great offensive line. This is a complete football team. I like the Vikings a lot. This will be a competitive game, but the Vikings will win this game. I think the Vikings are taking that whole division. So, yeah, I think they win.
I have the Vikings as well. And by the way, I don't know if I said this. I think I did, but I have the Eagles over the Chiefs.
Okay.
And I have the Vikings in this one. Our first of 2 Monday night games. God bless you, BJ. They're doing this 6 times this year.
I know.
This is actually, you're going to have about 9 screens going during Monday Night Raw these days now. You have a watch-along Raw, a Monday night game, another Monday night game. We have the 1-0 Tampa Bay Buccaneers and traveling to Houston, not that far away. The 0-1 Houston Texans, who just lost to the Rams by a touchdown last week. Texans minus 2.5 point favorites. I'm going
crazy how the Texans are favorites though in this game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going Baker Mayfield. I loved how Ibuka looked. He actually out-snapped Mike Evans, which was kind of crazy.
Oh, he's got them fresh legs. He's young.
But when Chris Godwin is fully back too, that is going to be a nasty trio of receivers.
I agree.
Obviously, Bucky Irvin's great, and then Rachaad White is his backup. Like, that is just a sick offensive weaponry for Baker, and we love Baker. So even if Baker was ass, that's still, you're going to get decent quarterback play by default with all the weapons there. But I like the Bucs to go in there and make the Texans 0-2, which would be kind of surprising, but I prefer Baker here.
Yeah, listen, I love Baker Mayfield. I have the Buccaneers in my NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think the Texans bounce back. I'm taking the Texans.
Okay.
I think this is an early season road loss for the Bucs that we kind of see them do. Last year, and again, Minnesota ended up being great, but didn't they end up going to Detroit or Minnesota early and got blitzed by like 30 points or some shit? I think this is one of those games where the Texans bounce back. They win a close game against the Bucs.
They lost to Denver 30-7 in week 3.
Yeah. Like I knew there was an early game where it was kind of like, damn, like they got
and they
killed.
They lost to the Broncos and Falcons 2 straight weeks last year.
Yeah, man, it was something like that. I think I'm very high on the Buccaneers. I'm very high on Baker Mayfield. When Godwin comes back, that 3-headed monster with Ibuka, that's scary. That is a scary trio of wide receivers. And Baker's a dog, man. He led him back last week. He's just a dog. He's a winner. But with that being said, I think the Texans are more desperate. They can't go to 0-2, even in that shit division. They can't. I think the Texans bounce back and win this game at home on Monday.
Yeah, I don't think that's crazy. And then our last game of the week, a 9 p.m. start 10 p.m. on the East Coast, 9 p.m. for me. The Chargers getting the primetime back-to-back treatment too, like the Vikings. They are traveling to Vegas to face the team that beat us last week, the Vegas Raiders. Also want to know Chargers -3.5. Give me the Chargers to start 2-0. I think that game was more about us than the Raiders last week.
I would agree. I also have the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to go in there. They're going to get 2 early division wins to start the season 2-0 with 2-0 in their division. Yeah, like I said, I know there were different elements. It wasn't in Kansas City or, it was in a different country on a different field, but still, I thought.
By the way, their home games are home games anyway, so that shit doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I thought they walked in there and they just beat up the Chiefs last week, I thought. And I expect them to do the same. I do think the Raiders are better with the coach, and they are. But yeah, the Chargers should win that game. I got the Chargers.
Better than last year, not better than the Chargers.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. But they're 2-0. They're 2-0 to me.
All right, let's get into our bets. I already have mine written out. Like I said, I came in with them just to save a little bit of time. So why don't you go ahead and give your first bet, your first lock bet of the week? Because you need to get back on track here.
I know. Well, my first lock bet of the week is I'm betting the over 43.5 points. I'm betting the over when it comes to the Arizona Cardinals and Carolina Panthers game. I think that's one really bad. 43.5. 43.5. I'm going over. I think that's a high-scoring affair by 2 marginal football teams, maybe one bad football team and one marginal football team. But that just has, when 2 kind of average or bad teams play each other and it's 37-30.
Those are sometimes the fun games.
Exactly. That's what I think that game's going to be.
Okay.
I'm picking the over.
All right, my first bet is the Bengals -3.5 and a Jamar Chase first touchdown of the season.
All right, I like it.
Not first touchdown of the game, by the way. Just first. I mean, his first, because he had 1 catch last week, I think.
Yep. My second bet is my only player prop.
What were you gonna say? I do what? What were you about to say?
I say you do the same game part. You do like the 2 bets in one.
I'm still piece of shit degenerate, JPJ.
No, I mean that's what I do when I actually bet. But during this, I just for some reason my brain just goes pick single things. But anyway,
that's what I should. My bank account agrees with you. They should do that.
Easy. It's the only player prop I have.
Okay.
This week I am betting Russell Wilson over 0.5 interceptions. He is throwing an interception this week. That guy sucks.
He's not.
So I am betting Russell Wilson to throw an interception this week. I don't have the odds in front of me, but
that's all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right, my second bet is the Ravens money line plus Lamar Jackson touchdown, so that means it has to be a rushing or a receiving touchdown, not a passing touchdown, and Derrick Henry rushing or receiving touchdown.
Damn. All right. Well, look, I'm going to go.
Just to be clear, it's not the 11.5. I just have them to win the game plus those 2 things in a parlay.
Love it.
I was gonna be crazy and do the points, but with my luck, they would be winning comfortably by 10, and those would both hit, and then I would lose by 1 point.
It's fair.
Yeah.
All right. My third bet is going to be New England Patriot related.
Okay.
I am picking the Patriots plus 1.5. However, I am also same game parlaying that with Drake May to throw 2+ touchdown passes and Travion Henderson anytime touchdown scorer. So Patriots will win with the points. They are getting 1.5. Somehow they're not favored, even though the Dolphins look like complete ass. So I'm taking the Patriots with 1.5. Drake May to score 2+ passing touchdowns, and Travion Henderson anytime touchdown scorer.
If you're doing 1.5, you might as well just take money line and have a little bit better odds. Unless you
I
think
don't
we're
know
going to
what
lose
money
by
line.
1.
As much as I gamble,
Money
I have
line
no
means
idea
you
what
win.
money line means.
Means they win the game.
Yeah, but do I win more? Do I get more money if I bet the money line instead
You
of the
would probably
points?
have slighter bet, like barely, but a little bit, because unless you think we're losing by 1 single point, what's the point of betting plus 1.5?
It's fair.
But either way, whatever.
Yeah.
And
So
then
that's my last bet, Patriots related.
Mine is almost the exact same bet except the Drake May thing. It's Trayvon Henderson anytime touchdown, Patriots money line.
Fair enough. I'm probably gonna one of my 3 bets every week is probably gonna be Patriot related, just so everybody's aware.
I'm probably going Patriots money line until we win a game.
Yeah. So those are my 3 bets. I actually feel the best one about Russell Wilson throwing an interception. But
I might just give you the win now for that.
Yeah,
one.
I mean, I feel like I should have just bet and got an automatic win. Actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, those are my 3 bets.
We will have that graphic up on Sunday morning like we did last week.
Yeah.
I'll be making that tonight after we record this.
Beauty.
After I get Pedro Martinez and Vladimir Guerrero, of course.
You ain't gonna be able to get that much. They won't allow you. They'll cap you at XP.
I'll figure it out.
It's probably going to be double or triple XP. I hope. But did you see? All right. Well, before we go, because I know you are a big college football guy.
Yep.
I know you had mentioned LSU in Florida. That's a big game for you guys. Rivalry game, at least. There's a few other Texas A&M and Notre Dame is a big game.
Yeah, Georgia, Tennessee.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to run through the slate of like big games of the weekend. You know, kind of your LSU minute if you want. But like, yeah, run through college football for us.
I'll get to that last, but Notre Dame, Texas A&M. Notre Dame is number 8, Texas A&M number 16. I think Notre Dame bounces back there. They lost week 1 to Miami, and then they weirdly had a bye week after that, which was very weird. So they'll be fresh, and they had a whole 2 weeks to be pissed off about it, so I like that there. I also like Miami to unfortunately end the South Florida Cinderella run here.
I like that South Florida team.
Yeah, so do I, but I still think they have a chance at the playoff because there's always a couple of group of 5 teams, like the not top 4 conference teams. So I think they'll be all right after. This is kind of their last tough game of the gauntlet there. I like Georgia to pound Tennessee. Everybody's high on Tennessee. They haven't played anybody. And then when it comes to LSU, we were 9.5 point favorites. It's down to 7. Weird shit always happens in this game. We went to the Swamp as like 22 point underdogs in Ed Orgeron's last year and won the game outright. Yeah, this is, like I said, the Patriots in the exact same spot. The Dolphins are 1 loss away from absolutely imploding and maybe firing their coach. Florida is in the exact same spot. They were about to fire their coach last year, never mind after losing to South Florida at home last week, and then if they get pounded against LSU this week. And have you seen Florida's schedule by any chance?
I have not.
It's the most insane thing you've ever seen in your life. They're at LSU.
Yeah.
At Miami. This is consecutively, by the way.
Yeah.
At 3 LSU. At 5 Miami. Versus 7 Texas, at 16 Texas A&M, versus Mississippi State, who just beat the number 10 team in the country last week, versus number 6 Florida, at 17 Ole Miss, versus 15 Tennessee, at number 10 Florida State. That's their schedule the rest of the season.
That is a murderer's row there. That is. Who the fuck hates Florida?
But here's the thing. So that's why like the loss of South Florida means even more, because like look at what you have to play now.
I know, right?
So yeah, that's exactly the reason of their coach is just about as good as gone. Probably even if they beat us, they're probably still going to fire him because they're not winning all those fucking games. But yeah, I'm very nervous about the LSU game. Yeah, it's not with especially.
So you're actually nervous?
Yeah, I'm more nervous that Florida lost than if they won last week.
Got it.
It's one of those games where it's truly like you throw the records out the window. It's just such a fucking weird rivalry every time we play them.
Fair. That's fair.
And if we're being honest, LSU probably they're ranked number 3, obviously, as they should be.
Yeah.
Florida, after their loss to fucking South Florida and they look like shit, the line should theoretically be like LSU, like minus like 13 probably.
Yeah.
And they're and this is not just anybody. Death Valley is the hardest place to play in the country for college football.
Yep.
And Florida just looked like that. LSU's been great. Why would the line be 7 here? That's some rat shit. So I don't trust it. But yeah, I'm nervous. Hopefully we just beat the shit out of them, and I don't have anything to worry about in the second half. Our starting center's back, who got hurt last week on the first play of the game, so that's important.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's smooth sailing for them, JPJ, because there's some other great games to watch, obviously, on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure.
Or later today, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, when you're watching this later on today, yes.
But
correct.
and then there are a couple like interesting games. Number 12, Clemson is at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech.
That could be.
Yeah, there's a couple of weird games like that. There was one more. Vanderbilt, Diego Pavia, the Baker Mayfield Jr.'s at number 11, South Carolina. So that's a good game. Arkansas is traveling to Ole Miss.
Is Vanderbilt taking a corner to be like
I
decent?
mean, they beat Alabama last year.
I know.
It's this quarterback, Diego Pavia. If you told me to pick a team for you that's like not great, I would say pick a Vanderbilt just for this year. You would love this guy.
Okay.
He's about 5'10". Before the season started, he kept talking about, I'm going to beat the shit out of Alabama. I'm going to beat the shit out of all these guys. He's like the little underdog type of guy, but he's weirdly, you trust him more in a game like this at the 10th ranked team in the country than you would if they played at noon against McNeese State.
Love it.
He shows up for these type of games.
Love it. I love it.
So, yeah. And then, we got a big baseball weekend for you, especially, JVJ.
Yeah, Red Sox, Yanks.
In Boston, right?
In Boston, in Fenway. Weather's going to be wonderful all weekend. We have the
Sunday
night game.
Sunday night.
Yeah, no, we have the Sunday night game on ESPN too. It should be pretty good. Our pitching is lined up. Crochet goes on Sunday. We got Giolito. We got Bayo, I believe. So we have like
Yankee killer Brian Bayo.
Yeah, so we have our pitching lined up where it's our three best guys. I know we don't have Roman and he was our best guy, but we still should hopefully take 2 out of 3. It'd be nice to sweep them. We play against them well, no matter what, usually. But they're playing good baseball. I would be lying and just hating if I said that they weren't coming in playing good ball. They are. I'm just excited. I'm just excited. It's the first time in a few years that a Red Sox-Yankees game in September has actually fucking mattered. Mm-hmm. And it just means a lot more when these games matter. And I hate the Yankees, and it feels like it's a big series because it is, and I'm excited for it. I just hope it goes in our favor. I think all 3 of our teams, not our teams, but the Yankees and our 2 teams, we're all making the playoffs. We're all making the playoffs.
That's not even.
We're all making the playoffs, which I think is good, clearly.
The only way it could even get a little bit like weird is if you guys got swept and the Rangers sweep whoever they play this week.
Yeah. Then it could get kind of dicey, but I think the Red Sox still
play the Mets, although the Mets have been absolute fucking dog shit.
Well, that over there is getting like the Reds are only a couple games out. Like there's a lot going
the
on
Mets.
for
the Mets and Rangers is actually a very big series.
It is. Both teams need that big time.
But yeah, I need either one of you guys to win 2 out of 3. I don't need a sweep by either team.
That's fine. I would prefer a sweep.
I'm sure you would. Yeah. I don't care who wins 2 out of 3. Fuck the Yankees. I would rather the Red Sox than the Yankees. But
I mean, if you didn't say that, I'd be like, what the fuck, bro?
But just in general, like I need 2 out of. I don't need anybody to get a sweep.
That's fair.
We play the Orioles, who are just the most annoying fucking team in the world to play against at this time.
Terrible this year.
Because you look at the record, but then you're like, okay, like then they're up 4-0 in the second inning. Like what's going on here?
Yeah.
You don't want to play divisional baseball this late in the season either.
Yeah, but you're supposed to.
No, I'm not like complaining about it, but I'm just like I'd rather play the fucking White Sox right now than.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Like the Yankees had the worst
road trip against the fucking Diamondbacks and the A's, and we went 3-3. It's a joke.
Must be nice to play those teams.
Well, but I'll tell you what, our Connolly early. This fucking.
Oh my god, Jesus!
I get it was against the A's. Okay, this guy never even heard of him. CJ, never.
I don't think anybody heard of him.
Double-A kid, 23 years old. He comes up and pitches on Tuesday night in Sacramento. I almost said in Oakland. And Sacramento. And he ties the major league record for most strikeouts in a debut. He struck out 11 dudes in 6 innings, shutout innings.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Like, what the hell? He's like a little scrawny left-handed guy, but he's throwing 98, got a fucking hook of a curveball.
He looks about 11 years old.
He looks like he's friggin' 9.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, who the fuck I'm watching this. I'm like, all right. He's like our 6th ranked prospect. I'm like, this is not a name that I've heard of.
I don't think.
And then all of a sudden I'm pitching. I'm like, he's striking out everybody.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Are you going to run him after the Yankee series again, you think?
I would. I don't need to see Dustin. That one start was enough for me that I don't need to see Dustin May ever again.
Peyton Tolley, if he's not throwing a fastball, it does not look great.
Well, his secondary stuff is not. Yeah, but again, he's in his first year.
No, I'm not saying he's going to be
fine.
ass, but I mean, it is tough other than a straight.
In my opinion, I would look at Tolley and I would say, hey, once the playoffs start, we want you in the bullpen. We want you to be a power throwing lefty coming out of the bullpen in crucial situations before we get to Whitlock and Chapman. Like, we want you to be that sick, because Greg Weissert, he's been fine. I don't need to see that guy in an important situation ever fucking again in my life. I just
real quick, I need Jeff Hoffman to get assassinated if possible.
Well, hey, that's the wrong week.
It's
the wrong week to say that. Brother.
Is it though?
Yes, it is. Let's not dive into that.
He is fucking garbage. But you know what's so weird? He only gives up home runs. He won't give up a single, which is very odd.
You'd rather him give up the singles, though, I think.
I'd rather him not do anything because that means he's not pitching.
Yeah, isn't he like your best reliever?
No.
Or supposed to be?
Sir Anthony Dominguez is the guy we traded for during the middle of the game.
Traded for.
Well, what does that mean? So if you traded for Aaron Judge, he's not your best player? What does that mean?
No, Hoffman was like your clear best guy for a while, was he not?
Yeah, but he's been shit the last 2 months.
Yeah, it's been bad.
So but luckily yesterday Kevin Gausman threw a complete game, 2 shutout, hit fucking shut piece. So that was, if you don't need anybody, your starters do that.
Yeah.
And Tony Taters is back, JPJ. Tony Taters. Anthony Santander made his first rehab start yesterday. Hit a 460-foot fuck bomb in AAA. Oh my god! Hey, if we can get a power bat,
I mean in AAA, he's.
But here's the thing. Hold on. We have the best batting average in the league by like 20 points. We never strike out. We can afford to have a guy that bats 230 with 40 home runs in that lineup.
That's fair.
So that would be an amazing addition because he played the first, I think, 3 weeks of the season and hasn't played since then. And he was our big offseason acquisition.
Yeah.
So if you can add a guy that's hit 40 home runs 2 or 3 times in his career and just did it last year, that is a game changer. Again, because this lineup specifically can handle it. If he was on the Yankees, he probably wouldn't even be in the lineup because that's their whole lineup is they all hit 220 with 30 home runs. Yeah. This team is like bottom 12 in home runs, but we are first in average by a vast margin.
Yeah.
They never strike out. So this lineup can handle a 240 with 40 home run guy. And that would be exactly what we need. So I wouldn't mind that at all. So again, unfortunately, he can't pitch in the 7th inning because that would be great. But we're considering, this is how desperate it's getting, calling up our number 1 pitching prospect, Trey Savage. And former Cy Young candidate, Alek Manoah is back, unfortunately. But he could be a Peyton Tolley, and he's just a big fat ass just throwing gas in the pen. Fuck starting. Throw his ass out there.
The dude almost won the Cy Young 3 years ago, dude.
If he gives up a 3-run bomb, he fits into the fucking bullpen perfectly. So who gives a shit? I love those big fat asses. They come in for 2 innings and just throw 98 all fucking night. See you later, please. Get him on my team immediately.
Lou Merloni, former Red Sox great.
Yeah. Commentator now.
He calls them pigs. That's what he calls them.
What does he call them? The piglet? Peyton Tolley? Because they call Crochet the war pig?
So Crochet he's called the pig. Or they call him the war pig now. But all off season, they was like, oh, he's a pig. He's got a big ass, throws 100, like just a pig, man.
The Red Sox have all fat asses in the bullpen. Yeah,
and then
what's going on there?
And then Tolley came up, and he's 6'6", 250. And
all of it's in his ass, too. All the whole 250's in his ass.
Yes, and in his mustache.
Yes,
and so they started calling him the Piglet because he's like a mini Crochet. So they started calling him the Piglet. But then if you see Chapman, he's a big motherfucker. I was saying Chapman too.
And Bayo's ass is not small either.
Got a big ass. Whitlock,
that team's just all ass.
Thighs. It's just that's what you need in your pitches.
Is that really why they traded Devers? There was just too much ass. They had to get someone out of there.
Maybe
that might be why.
I don't know.
There's a lot of ass in that Red Sox pitching staff.
We got some thick boys with 2 C's over here in the Red Sox.
I love that. I would love if my whole staff was like that.
Oh, well, you got but you not staff wise, but you got Vladdy. He's a big boy. He's a big chunk.
Vladdy's got a nice. But we have to talk about this. He might be one of the best first basemen in the league defensively. People always rag on him. He won a Gold Glove 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And did you see the play he made in the 10th inning against the Astros 2 nights ago?
I did not.
So you start with a runner on second now in extra innings, obviously, in the regular season. So Altuve got the last out, so he's on second to start the 10th. they hit a dribbler to Vladdy. So you just tap first base, Altuve gets to third, it sucks, right? You one out with. He throws a fucking bullet to third base, gets Altuve out.
Really?
You know the balls it takes to make that play? Because if he's safe like he should be, you just look like an idiot. Yeah. Now it's first and third, no outs. But you know what? He has like by far the all these like exit velos and the velos throwing and all this. He has like 7 miles per hour, the fastest throwing arm at first base in the entire league, because he came up as a third baseman, and you have to have a cannon to play third base.
Yeah.
So that helps in situations like that. So, and he's lost a bunch of weight. He's lost like 20, 30 pounds. So now he can move a little bit too. And he beat out an infield single in the bottom of the 10th. So it was just all Vladdy in that 10th inning. He gets flack now because he doesn't hit 50 bombs anymore. But he's consistently top 5 in batting average, top 5 in bases, top 5 in hits, top 5. Like, it's just, he's still a top 10 player in baseball, a hitter in baseball.
I mean, listen, he was a guy that if he didn't sign that contract,
he was going to the. No, it's not rumors. He was going to the Red Sox. It's not rumors.
Yeah.
And that guy, you can respect this. He hates the Yankees more than God knows what.
Yep. And
the Yankees, I think, could have offered him genuinely $70 million a year. He'd be like, I'm good.
Yeah. And he mashes at Fenway all the time.
Mashes at Yankee Stadium. Fenway.
And that was a guy that the rumors were there. Like, if he gets the free agency, the Red Sox want him. He was interested in the Red Sox. But the Blue Jays did what they had to do, and they locked him up for 15 years, and he ain't going anywhere ever, whatever.
By the way, all of it guaranteed. He ain't going anywhere. It's all guaranteed. They gave him all the contract and a bone. That, by the way, is that the smartest thing ever? Just giving it all to him at one payment?
Well, yeah. I mean, they defer shit down, but baseball is always, it's all guaranteed. You get your money no matter what.
No, but they gave it to him in a bonus. He makes on the, like, I know there's no salary cap, but per year, he makes like $9 million a year. Yeah. Because they gave all of it to him in a bonus.
Yeah.
That's so smart.
It is, until they have the collective bargaining agreement in a year and baseball has a stop.
That's why they got the deal done before that.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody says that's exactly why they got the deal done when they did. That's exactly.
Because baseball and the owners are going to try to be cheap fucks, and they're going to be like, "Nope, we're not doing that.
You're not allowed to get $500 million in one day. Fuck you.
You're not allowed to do that. We're not signing those Juan Soto contracts, even though we're billionaires. But we want to save as much money as we can because all we care about is our over whatever blah 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 because we're rich fucks."
You know what sucks? As much as the Red Sox rightfully rag on their owners, it's so sad that they're still like one of the best owners in baseball.
Yeah,
that's how bad the owners in baseball are.
100%.
But I can't complain. The Blue Jays, they try to spend their fucking money. They were allegedly number 2 on Soto, number 2 on Ohtani, and number 2 on was it Yamamoto the Dodgers just signed?
Yes.
Yeah, and so you can't blame them really.
Nope.
That's all you want is your owner to try to spend the money and it be confirmed. It's not like the owners are telling you that. Everybody else is telling you they try to spend the money, so it's just bullshit. Yeah. Eventually, if we keep playing like this, JBJ, one of those big fish are going to come here. It seems fun, even if it seems fun as shit to play. When that stadium's rocking, that might be one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
We'll get someone. We'll get a Soto eventually.
You'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know when that next big guy like that is going to be a free agent. It feels like
Kyle Tucker.
We
need a right fielder.
He's not at the level of a Soto or an Ohtani.
I'm taking him on my fucking baseball team.
Oh yeah, he's a great player. Great.
But my point is, maybe we get a guy like that, and then we get the Soto in 5 years or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and we can move Springer to DH and Kyle Tucker out to right field. It's a seamless transition, or vice versa, I guess.
It's fair.
Hey, no, that's the one. Skubal next offseason.
No.
What do you mean no? He's the best pitcher in baseball. What do you mean no?
No, I'm saying I don't think he would go to Toronto.
No. I mean, like you asked when like a huge player's available.
Oh yeah.
Skubal is
how old is he?
He'll be 29 for agency year.
Okay.
He's next. He's next summer. Yeah. Not this one.
Yeah.
He's gonna. And the Tigers aren't paying him. Please,
listen. They're good. The Tigers. That needs.
Yeah, they don't pay anybody. They don't pay anybody.
I mean, back in the day, they did. They kept Scherzer there. They kept Verlander there before
they
didn't.
Scherzer left because they didn't pay him. Verlander they might have paid. They certainly did not pay Scherzer.
And then Miguel Cabrera was there forever. They paid.
But this was they also paid Miguel Cabrera 15 years ago.
It's fair.
But I think he could really be a trade, especially if they dump out in the playoffs or something. They lose in like the second round or something. Yeah. They could just trade him.
Yeah.
Which makes me nervous because then Dodgers probably fight it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. The Dodgers will get anybody they can apparently. So who knows? But
it's fun to be have baseball. Neither one of us had good baseball this time last year. We were both out already, so
not at all. Not at all.
It's fun. It's fun to be back in the mix.
It's been a few years.
It's been a few for me too.
That we haven't meaningful fucking shit. So
we haven't won a playoff game, not a series, a game in a series since the ALCS team in 2016. Mm-hmm. We made the playoffs, I think, 3 times, and they were all wild card, and we got swept in the wild card round.
Yeah.
So we are in a pretty similar boat the last 5 years or so with baseball.
Yeah.
It's fun to get your heart broken again, JPJ.
I love it.
All I ask is to have a chance to get my heart broken.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I want.
With that. Yeah.
I'm fully aware we're not going to win the World Series probably just because that's how it goes, and I'll be punching a hole in my wall in the middle of October. I'm fully aware of that, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, as you should be.
So, you know.
All right. Anything else on the sports docket that we didn't talk about?
We have to go get Vlad and Pedro in about 20 minutes, JPJ.
We do. Did you see the third guy, Mike Piazza?
Todd Helton's in there too. Roger Clemens is in there.
Yeah, we got a bunch.
Soriano is in there.
Yeah. Bob Gibson.
They
came out with today as well. So there's some stuff we need to be grinding for us video game sports nerds. Not only are we real life sports nerds, we're video game sports nerds. And MLB The Show releases. It's just a major content day today. And
JPJ has got me full on crackhead addicted to it.
Yes. And the button right now, it's 2:35 Eastern time as we record this. They push the button, as they say, at 3 p.m. Eastern, and all that content is live. And we will be grinding away. Just grinding away. My girlfriend is, I told you, she's at a concert tonight. So she's away for the next couple of days. I'm playing this game straight through to fucking midnight, probably. Yeah, it's going to be quite a time. But on that note, we are going to get out of here for the sports edition today. Hope you enjoy all the college football, all the pro football. Hope you just enjoy the weekend and everyone stays safe and has a lot of fun out there. CJ, let the people know where they can find you, and we'll get up on out of here. CJF Wrights on Twitter. And again, real quick, next week, a loaded show, both shows, because we have a double pay-per-view / premium live event for the wrestling fans next weekend. And then obviously NFL college football stacked every week now. We have 2 longer episodes for sure next weekend. We'll have picks for both of those, obviously. Yep, we will have 2 massive episodes next week, as it is a big wrestling week on top of the normal big sport weeks that we have every week now. But there is no better place to go than right here on the Swarm with CJ and myself, right here on the Hive Media. You guys know what else we got going on in the Hive. Every day you have an interview with Jamie on the Buzz. He has a new one, but you might see a familiar face on it soon. Hey, maybe. Who knows? Be on the lookout. As if you don't do enough on here. You mentioned that large wrestling weekend. We'll be previewing the shows here on the Storm, but we have watch-alongs happening, and we will both be a part of them. I will be doing All Out with the lovely Peggy earlier in the day on Saturday, and you will be hopping on with our QB1 with the guy who runs this joint. After what happened to him today, he might. I don't know if he's going to be alive. I was going to say today, his. They finished first in the regular season. By the way, just to show everybody how important he is. Yes, that's like that's like our Patriots or Red Sox or Blue Jays. His Crows lost to Hawthorne, I believe, is the something name? Like that. In the AFL, like it would be like the ALCS for like baseball fans. Yeah. So he's not doing well. He's sleeping, probably drunk, probably upset. Listen, he died live on stream earlier today, so I was working, so I unfortunately couldn't watch. I was sleeping because I was absolutely cooked. But let me tell you, we've all been there. We've all had, it's just there's nothing like sports, good and bad. There's nothing like sports. Yeah, JBJ said too. They finished first, like the best record in the regular season too, and they didn't win a single playoff game. No, and then they didn't have one of their best players because of controversy, which I'm sure rightfully had didn't have him, by the way. Yeah, they rightfully, but obviously, when you don't have your best player or one of, that's going to affect things. So that's part of the. I'm not, but I'm sure that had some effect. I'm sure. It's just it's not great. But hey, listen, I don't think his team had made the grand final in a few years, like 2017. Yeah, so. It's positive. You just hope that they can, build on it. Yes, exactly. And then maybe your best player won't say something heinous next year. Hopefully in the playoffs. Something bad and do something dumb. and then you have your full squad, and you kind of go.
By the way, as Patriots fans, and you had with your leadoff hitter, we have plenty of dumb shit our teams have done during big games too. By the way.
Oh yeah, all the time.
So that's particularly frustrating.
Yeah. Are you watching the?
I have it up. I haven't watched.
They are going through all the moonshot cards, which are like jacked up power cards. My God. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Sorry. You can find me, JPJ Loves Gaming, on all social media platforms. You can catch me twice a week with this guy for the Swarm here. The High View. We just released our week 3.
Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, we just released our week 3 first conference game of the year against Eastern Michigan. That is already out, so go search for it on YouTube. That's a cool little video game series that I'm doing where all the members of the Hive are the players. I'm the coach. We have the Hive University. We're doing some cool, fun stuff there. That is released every Friday, so go check that out. And, yeah, catch us on the watch-along. Catch me over at Love Wrestling on Body Slam. You can kind of catch me everywhere, but follow me right here, and that's all you'll need to know. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you greatly. Have a great weekend. We will see you next week on Wednesday for our extra large wrestling PLE preview picks show that we're going to do here. And until then, for CJ, for myself, for everybody here at the Hive, thank you. And we will see you next time. Peace.